Testing, testing. You can hear me? Good? Good on your side? Did that work, Thomas?
For Lucian.
It's picking things up. Mic check.
So just for our audience at home, just a small delay in our start time, just getting things set up here down at Colma. So probably back online in maybe 10-15 minutes. So starting our session today is Wali, squatting an opener of 125.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Morena Etafano. Got Jess and Ray on the mic today. Slight technical difficulties here, still no music. We've got Philip coming out with 137.5 for his opener.
Are
you trying to do the music? There's just a volume button down there. We've got Mark coming out with 155 for his opener.
Is it one of these?
2-1, he gets that. It's a good lift. Just a red for depth. We got David coming out with 165 for his opener. Still trying to fix our music issue here at Colmar.
Just park my car outside.
Unfortunately.
3 white lights, that's a good lift. We got Kenny from NSBB, one of the night crew members. He's coming out with 167.5 for his opener. Come on, Kenny.
Come on, Kenny.
I'm on. Oh, this is Auckland.
None of ours.
I doubt you was on
I don't have one too, so.
He said he's put on silent, right?
Yeah, just play.
Sounds. Just play. Quick play.
Just play.
Alright, let's go, Kinley.
Come on.
Come on, bro. Easy.
That's a Kinney opener.
Yeah.
Kinney warm up.
Nice, easy opener there for Kenny. That's 3 white lights.
Respect him like that. It's not like Kinney up.
Next, we've got Eyal with 172.5 for his opener.
Next we got ER with 172.5 kg. Bar is loaded. Okay.
I think he was cooked.
Oh, fuck that. Look. I had the speaker working for a sec.
Take the case off.
You have to hold your phone in the air.
Yeah. Make sure to put your hand like this, so any of you can fuck with it.
3 white lights, that's a good lift for Eyal. Next up, we've got Will, also known as Willie Hemington from NSBB. Coming back with a debut. He hasn't competed this year, so it's his first comp of the year. Let's go, Willie, 177.5.
Let's pull handling him. Let's pull handling him.
Here we have William Hemmington.
I've already said it.
Bar is loaded.
I can't even, I won't do it there.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, Will.
Now it's just
I had a crazy moment.
Go on, Will.
Come on.
I had a crazy moment for him.
Alright, do it for the next one.
I can't do it now.
Do it after when he gets it and be like, oh, no.
I'll do it for the next one, I guess.
Do not touch
Hey.
Let's go, William.
that. Hero. Are you sure you can only stay for?
Nah, I can probably stay for like mid.
It's not a big flight. You can probably stay for.
3 white lights, that's a good lift for Will.
Next on the platform we have Sahil squatting 180 kilos for his opening attempt.
Thomas was FaceTiming me, and he was okay. So get this, and you get this. It's like, no, it's okay, Faith. Like,
Oh,
bro, like 3 of the screens weren't working.
Oh, Hawaii's not home, so. Oh no.
the other half is the
And that's a good squat for Sahil.
Yeah, they went like last well, the rest of my family went to like LA and stuff. Like, but I'm flying out at like, I'd be at the airport at 6 p.m. tonight. It's only like an 8-hour flight. It's not too bad. There you go. I need some 12 hours to LA. I think.
Next on the platform, Ayush, attempting 182.5 kilos for his opening attempt.
Bro, I don't know a single thing about this trip. I don't know where we're staying. Yeah, my mom was like, I couldn't tell you the first thing I'm doing.
And that's a good squat by Ayush.
Single thing about this trip.
3 white lights there.
I know that. I couldn't tell you a single thing about Hawaii. I couldn't tell you anything about where I'm going. I don't know. Yeah.
Next up, we've got Alicia, 205 kg.
Next on the platform, Lucien with 205, competing out of the Open 74. And that's a nice opener. See what the refs call. 3 white lights there. Good squat. Next up on the platform is Wali, attempting 135 for his second attempt.
Wali, 125 kg.
Just getting the barbell set up now.
Loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Wali, 135. And that's a nice second attempt there by Wali. 3 white lights, good lift. Next on the platform, we've got Philip attempting 147.5 for his second attempt.
Next, 147.5 kg. Loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Philip. And that's a nice second attempt there by Philip. 2 reds, unfortunately, on depth. So just for our audience at home, you have to get hip crease below knee joint for correct depth. So just called out by the 2 side refs there. Next up, we've got Mark attempting 165 kilos for his second attempt.
Well, Mark next with 165 kgs. Loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Mark, 165 kilos for his second attempt.
Can you even break records that? Oh.
And that's 3 white lights there for Mark. Next on the platform, we've got Kenny attempting 177.5 kilos. We just got Kenny waiting in the waiting area. And the bar is loaded for Kenny.
Kenny, 177.5 kgs.
Come on, Kenny.
What do you think this for a second? I need to give this to one of them.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, just a bit too much for today.
Good catch by the spotters.
Good catch by the spotters. All of our volunteers here today putting in a shift. Yeah.
Your IR
Oh, he
next
didn't get it?
is 180 kgs.
You didn't get it.
Is loaded.
Next on the platform we have EL for 180 kgs. Nice strong walkout there. Good second attempt there. Just wait for the ref's call. 3 white lights and it's a good lift. Next on the platform we've got David attempting 180 kilos.
Bar is loaded for David, 180 kgs.
And that's a good looking lift for David's second attempt. 3 white lights. Next on the platform, we've got Will attempting 185 kilos.
Next up, we've got
go,
Will, 185 kgs.
Handled by Paul, is it? And the bar is loaded for Will.
Come on.
Just jumping on the platform now. 185 kilos for Will.
Let's go, Will. Come on.
Good walkout there by Will. Nice. And that looks like a good second attempt. Let's see the ref score. 3 white lights. No question about that one. Next on the platform, we've got Sahil attempting 190 kilos. Just in the waiting area
Next
now.
up, we've got Sahil, 190 kgs.
Looks like he's being handled by John, perhaps.
Bar is loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Sahil. 190 kilos for Sahil's second attempt. Also competing out of the men's 74. That's a nice, strong walkout. Nice, clean lift there. Just wait for our ref's call. And 3 white lights for Sahil. Next up on the platform, Ayush also attempting 190 kilos. And the bar is loaded for Ayush. 190 kilos for him. Looks strong out of the rack. Looks like a good squat from my perspective. 3 white lights. Next up on the platform, we have Lucien with 215 kilos for his second attempt. Also competing in the men's 74. And the bar is loaded for Lucien. 215. Looks controlled for a second. Looks clean to me. 3 white lights. Next up on the platform, Wali attempting 145 for his third attempt. Opening the third attempts for squats. Next up on the platform, Wali attempting 145. That looks good to me. Let's just see the depth on that. 2 white lights, 1 red, but still a good lift. I think 1 red just for depth, but overall, good lift. Philip now attempting 154 kilos. So given it's an odd number, it is a provincial record attempt. So just for our audience at home, 154 kilos and a record, provincial record attempt for Philip.
Provincial record attempt for Philip. Bar is loaded. Put your hands together for Philip, team. Let's go.
Nice walk out there by Philip. Ooh, unlucky. Just a little bit too much there.
Good effort, Philip.
Good effort. Was a big grind. Awesome record attempt there by Philip. Next up, we've got Mark,
175 kg.
175 kilos for his third attempt. No. Just now looking at the waiting area. Have Mark just waiting for the bar to be loaded up. 175, three reds on the barbell.
Bar is
Now
loaded
Mark,
for
175.
Mark.
See what the ref says. 3 reds, unfortunately
Good effort there by Mark.
on depth, I believe. Depth and upwards, up and down motion. Next up, Kenny, reattempting 177.5.
Well, Kenny next up, 177.5 kgs. Bars loaded for
This is a
Kenny.
reattempt of his second attempt.
You got it. Let's go.
Let's go, Kenny, come on.
Nice third attempt there by Kenny. We'll be happy with that one. Coming back from his second attempt. Good work. Happy with that.
Next up we got IL.
IL now 185.
185 kgs. Bar is loaded for IL.
Bar is loaded now for IL. 185 kilos. A nice third attempt there by
Three white lights for
IL.
Good fight here.
Is there any energy drinks? Empty box.
Next up we got David, 187.5 kgs.
Hold on. We've got these.
Bar is loaded.
Next on the platform, David, 187.5 kilos for his third.
It's like an NSBD
Attempt.
run comp at this point. Look at how many of us are there.
Come on, David. Nice squat there by David. He'll be happy with that.
For lift table, judges,
2 whites and 1 red, so a successful lift.
lift.
Next up on the platform, Will, 192.5 kilos.
Let's go, Will.
Bars loaded for Will.
And the bar is loaded for Will.
Good fight by Will. Let's go. 3 white lights.
And that's 3 white lights there for Will. Good lift.
Next up we got Ayush with 100.
Can you turn the music a bit lower, please? The volume of the music.
Oh.
Oh, we can do it here.
Bars loaded for Ayush. Final attempts.
Next on the platform, Ayush attempting 195 for his 3rd and final attempt.
She wouldn't want to be here during the juniors deadlift bar.
Oh, it's outrageous.
It's so loud.
Nice lift there by Ayush. Let's see the ref score.
Good lift by Ayush.
3 white lights and a successful lift.
Great lift there.
You were riffing during the juniors deadlifts at Auckland Champs, and it was like the music was so loud, you couldn't hear anything.
For Sahil.
Next on the platform, we've got Sahil. Attempting 200 kilos for his 3rd and final attempt. And that's a good looking attempt. Let's see the ref's call.
Refs give
3 white lights.
lights.
Awesome lifting by Sahil today. Next up, Lucian, 222.5 kilos for his 3rd and final attempt. Just in the waiting area now. Lucian now,
Bars loaded for Lucian.
222.5 kilos. Approaching the barbell now. Bars loaded up. Closing out the flight as well, so our strongest squatter here today. And it looks good, dip. Good lift here by Lucian. Let's see the ref's call. Ref says still pending decision.
decision pending.
What? Okay.
3 white lights for.
And that's 3 white lights for Lucian. Good lift here.
This one's his. Let's see.
Next up, we have.
Next on the platform, we have the women's
Flight lead woman.
What's up, Jamie? Oh, he didn't see me.
Oh,
Nice job, bro.
good work.
Bars loaded for Kalia.
Malia now attempting 40 kilos for her opening attempt. Looks like a good lift. 3 white lights.
Bars loaded for minute.
Next up, 45 kilos.
Nice lift by minute. 3 white lights. Next up, we got Adora with 100 kgs.
Next on the platform, we've got Adora attempting 100 kilos for her first attempt.
These are the strongest spotters in Tamaki right now. And the riffs are even stronger. Bars loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Adora, 100 kilos.
Nice lift. 3 white lights for Adora.
3 white lights there. Next up, Rose, 115 kilos.
Next, bars loaded for 150 kgs.
Now Rose on the platform, 115 kilos for her first attempt of the day. Just looking for smooth openers here, just to get the day flowing from all of our lifters. Looks good to me. Oh, 2 reds from the side refs, just on dip. So need to get the hip crease below knee joint for a successful lift. Unfortunately, it was just a bit high there, so I'm sure she'll be looking to get her second.
Next up, we got Tessina with 122.5 kgs.
And the bar is loaded, 122.5 kilos. And that's 3 white lights, good lifts. Next on the platform we've got Tali, 127.5 kilos.
We got Tali up next with 127.5 kgs.
This will be her first attempt for the day. Tali now attempting 127.5 for her opening attempt. Fast opener. Let's see what the ref's decision is. 3 white lights, and that's a good lift. Nita now, 130 kilos for her opening lift.
130 kgs. Bar is loaded for Neta.
And the bar is loaded for Neta. Now 130 kilos. Looks like a good lift from my perspective. And 3 white lights. It's a good lift.
Next up we got China with 135 kgs.
Next up on the platform, China with 135
Feel
kilos.
free to cheer on your lifters if you're here to support.
And the bar is loaded. This analysis is getting quite hard. China now attempting 135 for her opening attempt for the day. Nice.
3 white lights for China.
And that's 3 white lights.
Next up, we got Tian, 135 kgs, bar is loaded.
Next up on the platform, Tian, 135 kilos for her opening attempt. And that's a nice lift there. 3 white lights.
Tian, well done.
Next on the platform we have Stacy attempting 150 kilos for her
150
first attempt of the day.
Bar is loaded for
And the
Stacey.
bar is loaded for Stacy.
Let's go, Stacey. Come on. Go, girl. Go, Stacey.
How come they just stand on the rack? You have to keep it down.
I think Next up on the platform, we have Joanna attempting 160 kilos for her first attempt of the day. Looks like a good attempt. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights, awesome lift. Next up, we've got Chanel attempting 162.5 kilos for her first attempt.
Chanel next, 162.5 kgs, bar is loaded.
That looks like a good lift to me. 3 white lights. Awesome opener there. Next up on the platform, we have 50 kilos being loaded up.
There are no one else taking the attempts. With medic, with 15 kgs.
That smells good.
That's me.
Not me.
Me.
Not me.
What do you got?
Me? I don't know.
Cologne?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, what's your cologne?
I mean, next on the platform, we have Kalia attempting 50 kilos. And looks like a good squat to me. Let's see the refs call. 3 white lights, awesome lift.
We got Adora next.
Next up on the platform, Adora attempting 110 kilos for her second attempt.
This is what I smell. Versace double.
Bar is loaded for Adora.
You did? Yeah. So you like smell it?
It might be mixed. I'm very similar.
I'm wearing perfume.
You smell Versace.
Ooh.
Is it me?
You? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just all of you guys mixing.
And that's a good lift by Adora.
Next up we got Rose with 115 kgs.
Next up on the platform, we have Rose attempting 115 for her second attempt, a reattempt of her first.
Bar is loaded for Rose.
Oh, that's citrus. Yeah. Something like fresh but like deep, like amber. Musky. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like literally the combination.
I think so.
Nice lift there by Rose. 3 white lights. Awesome lift.
Great lift by Rose, 3 white lights.
Next up, we got 132.5 kilos being loaded up.
2.5 kgs. Bars loaded for Tasira.
Tasita attempting 132.5.
Let's go.
And that's a good second attempt. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. Awesome lift.
Next up. We have Dolly with 135 kgs.
You're telling me this is a record. Well, I don't see it as a record.
Next up on the platform, we have Tali attempting 135.
Dom gave this to me. Yeah, can you go ask? Can Dom? What? Can you ask him what the current record is? Yeah.
Looks like a good lift to me. Let's see what our refs say.
3 white lights.
3 white lights. That's a good lift. Weaker the leg. It was good, bro. It was good. Tied. Next up on the platform, we've got Nita attempting 140 kilos. Next up on the platform, we've got 140 kilos being loaded up.
Loaded for Tian.
Tian now just coming up onto the platform.
Let's go, girl. Let's go. All the way to the top and push.
It will just be provincial then.
Good right there for Tian. 3 white lights from the refs. Well done.
But it's not provincial record. I was gonna say.
Next up, we got.
And that was a
China
good lift.
with 145 kgs.
Next up, China attempting 145 kgs for her second attempt.
Bars loaded for China.
And the bar is loaded for China. 145 kilos.
Marco's one record. It helps him. Okay, I'll tell him.
Go on, push. 3 white lights for China. Well done.
Next up on the platform, Stacy, 157.5 kgs for her second attempt.
Next up, we got Stacy with
National record. Unofficial national.
157.5 kgs.
National or what?
And the bar is loaded for Stacy.
Bar is loaded for Stacy.
Nice strong walkout there. That looks like a good lift to me. Let's see what our refs say. 3 white lights. Good lift by Stacy. Next up on the platform, we've got Joanna, 167.5 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Joanna.
Next up on the platform, we've got Joanna attempting 167.5 kilos for her second attempt. A 7.5 kilo jump from her previous. She's just getting set up now. Looks like a strong walkout. Looks control. Let's see what the ref says. 3 reds, unfortunately on depth it appears, so hip crease does need to be below knee joint for a successful lift. So not quite there today. Next up on the platform, we've got Chanel attempting 170 kilos for her second attempt.
Slight adjustment on the height here. Good spotting.
Just getting the height adjusted. Thanks to all of our volunteers here today, helping out, volunteering their time.
Bar is loaded for Chanel.
And the bar is loaded for Chanel. 170 kilos for her second attempt. Looks strong out of the rack. Speedy descent there. Let's see what the refs say. 3 whites. Awesome lift there. Next up on the platform, we have Kalia attempting 62 kilos. Presumably this might be a record, given it's 62.
Next up we got Kalia with 62 kg. We're on our final attempt.
Apologies for that oversight. It's actually 62.5 kilos. Just missed a digit there. But the
My bad, gang. My bad.
the spotters are getting it sorted out.
Bar is loaded for Kalia.
Bar is loaded for Kalia. 62.5 kilos for her third and final attempt.
White lights to the left.
And that's 2 white lights. So it's a good lift. Next
Bar is loaded.
on the platform,
sorry, the next one is not a record, so it should be 17.5. Adora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice, lift by minute, 2 white lights. Well done.
Next on the platform, we have Adora attempting 117.5 kilos for her third and final attempt.
117.5 kgs.
Next up, Adora 117.5 kilos for her third and final attempt.
Good, right there for 3 white lights. Well done.
And that's 3 white lights. Awesome lifting. Next up on the platform, Rose attempting 127.5 kilos for her third and final
On the
attempt.
platform with 127.5 kg. Bars loaded for Rose. Fucking Rose.
Let's see the refs call. Unfortunately, 2 reds.
One white light.
So just based on depth there. Next up,
Next up we have
Tasita attempting 140 kilos for her third and final attempt.
Bars loaded for Tasita.
Whoa.
Great lift by Tasita. 3 white lights.
Great lift there by Tasita. Next up on the platform, we have Tali attempting 142.5 kilos.
There. We got Tali next with 142.5 kgs.
Coffee. Are those reusable cups or paper cups?
Bars loaded for Tali.
Okay.
Hot chocolate. Why did it do this?
Nah, it's okay. I'll get it at the break.
It's okay.
And that's 2 white lights. Next up, we've got
Next up we got Tian.
Tian attempting
145
145 kilos for her third attempt.
Bars loaded by Tian.
It's an official provincial Oh yeah, the last one.
Nice third there. 3 white lights and a good lift. Next up we have China attempting 150 kilos.
Platform, we have China with 150 kgs. Loaded for China.
And the bar is loaded for China. 150 kilos for her today.
Three white lights in the red.
Still short knee sleeves.
Next up we have Netta, 152.5 kgs.
Next up we've got Netta attempting 152.5 kgs. Nice lift there by Nita. 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
Next up, Stacy attempting 165 kilos.
How do you
Do
do?
you not put it in your...
Is loaded for Stacy.
Bar is loaded for Stacy. 165. Big lift here.
That is heavy.
Big grind there by Stacy. Let's see the refs call. Ooh, 2 reds.
Good fight there, unfortunately.
One on depth and one on up and down motion, unfortunately.
It was like the shaking.
One yellow, one red, right?
Next up we have Joanna
she jumped the
with
command.
167.5 kg.
Maybe she jumped the rack.
Potentially maybe depth and commands there on Stacy's last attempt. But now on to Joanna. 167.5 kilos. Nice lift there by Joanna. Let's see the refs call. 3 white lights. Awesome lift.
Joanna.
Next on the platform we have Chanel attempting 176,
76 kg.
which will be a provincial record attempt.
For a provincial record attempt by Chanel.
That's heavy, man.
This is a provincial
76.
record attempt. Bars loaded. Put your hands together for Chanel for the record attempt.
Good strong lift there by Chanel. Let's see the ref's command.
3 white lights.
3 white lights,
Congratulations to
which is an
Chanel.
awesome lift and a successful provincial record attempt. Next up, we have our bench press event.
For the next
So we'll have a short 10-minute intermission before starting our bench event with our 74 males.
Philip Crosby with 70 kgs.
Oh, you here? Oh, good. Good first attempt there by Philip. 70 kilos for his first attempt.
3 white lights. Now in the first round of bench. With squat 8.
Next up on the platform, Wally,
Wally.
attempting 85 kilos. Just in the waiting area now.
Bar is loaded for Wally.
And that's a good lift there by Wally. Next up on the platform, we've got Mark attempting 90 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Mark.
And the bar is loaded for Mark. Just for our audience at home, we have Ridma doing the handouts today. So just in general on their first lift, they're just going to explain to the head spotter, in this case Ridma, just how they want the unload. You just saw Mark there just explaining how he likes it. After that, usually the head spotter will probably remember what each lifter wants and give it out accordingly. It's a good lift there by Mark. A little bit sticky, but 3 white lights, so it's a good lift. Next up, Kenny on the platform. Infamous 100 kilos loaded up. Our volunteers just helping out, getting the rack heights and weights sorted. Kenny's done this a few times in the gym, so
That guy. He was the guy from City Fitness Korea.
just in the waiting area now with his coach. The bar is loaded for Kenny.
The white guy. He just said hi.
Just explaining the loadout to Ridma. Come on, Kenny. Clean. A clean bench press opener there by Kenny. 100 kilos. Awesome work. Next up on the platform, we've got Ayush attempting 100 kilos for his opening bench.
Move around too much.
Bar is loaded for Ayush.
A good day out here at Colma Event Center if you want to come down and support.
You have cats, eh?
Cats. Yeah, I do. Nice work by Ayush.
Got David next up on the platform, 110
cat.
kgs.
Next up, we've got David on the platform attempting 110 kilos for his first attempt. Oh. And that's a good lift by David.
Good.
3 white lights.
By David.
Next on the platform we have Sahil attempting 115 kilos for his opening attempt.
15 kgs. Clearing the platform. Bars loaded for Sahil. Good lift. 3 white lights. Sahil. Next up we got Ayal with 115 kgs.
Next up on the platform we have IL attempting 115 kgs for his opening attempt for the day.
Bar is loaded for Ayal.
And that's a good lift by IL, 115 kgs.
Next up we got Will, 125 kgs.
Next up on the platform, we've got Will attempting 125. 2 reds there.
Bar loaded for Will.
And the bar is loaded for Will.
What is it for guys? But female is 2.5. Got the famous Will set up there.
I don't think I've
Very
seen a bench
strategic. He knows what he's doing. He knows what works for him.
Nice bench there by Will. 1 red but 2 white, so a successful lift.
Next up we got Lucian.
So that red light there was for depth, I believe. So the elbow has to come below, in line with the elbow, the shoulder. Sorry.
It is the joint.
Yeah. So when they come down and press the bar on their chest, the elbow should be lower than what the shoulder line is, if that makes sense. It's very complicated, but usually that call comes from the head ref. So yeah.
Next up on the platform, we have Lucian attempting 145 kilos for his first attempt.
Wow. Great bench press.
Nice and clean opener. Again, another red there, but 2 whites, so still a successful lift. Next up on the platform, we've got Philip attempting 75 kilos.
I think it might be worth also explaining sometimes how some people have real high arch bench.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's why. Yeah. Bars loaded for Philip here. Single red. good bench there by Philip. Let's see the ref's command.
3 white lights.
3 white lights. Good lift.
Nice strong lift there. We got Wally up next.
Next up on the platform, Wally attempting 90 kilos for his bench.
Bars loaded by for Wally.
Next up on the platform, we've got Mark attempting 95 kilos for his second attempt.
We got Mark up next with 95 kgs. Bars loaded for Mark. Anything like running the first kitchen? Oh, that's cool.
John, this guy. Here. Filming. Yeah, it's the same guy. Because I hold this up for something.
And looks like a good lift there from Mark.
Refs give the 2 white lights for
So-
successful lifts.
1 red there, 2 whites. So a successful lift. What's it do? So for our audience at home, 1 red just given out there for up-down motion. Next on the platform, we've got Ayush attempting 105 kilos.
Bars loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Ayush. Looks like a good second attempt there. 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
Next up, we've got Kenny attempting 107.5 kilos,
7.5 kg.
7.5 kilo jump. Let's go, Kenny.
Bars loaded for Kenny. Two white lights for successful lift.
2 white lights, so successful lift. Good work.
We have David next on the platform with 115 kgs.
Next up on the platform, we have David attempting 115 kgs,
Bar is loaded.
and the bar is loaded for David. Looks like a good
3 white lights for
lift to me. 3 white lights. Next up, we've got Sahil attempting 120 kilos.
The heel up next with 120 kilos. Bars loaded for Sahil.
And the bar is loaded for Sahil. 120 kilos here for his second attempt. Strong lift there by Sahil.
Unfortunately, one white lie.
The two red lights there.
Turn the music down, please.
Next up, we have Ayal with 120 kgs.
You failed that one, eh?
Bars loaded for Ayal.
Now on the platform, Ayal, 120 kilos for his second attempt.
Successful lift.
Three white
for
lights.
Ayal.
Good lift.
Will up next with 130 kgs.
Will now attempting 130 kilos for his second attempt. So just for our audience at home, some of our lifters do have quite a high arch, and that can sometimes conflict with the rule of having elbow depth below shoulder level. So I'm sure Will be looking into that for his next lift. So you can see Will here, fairly high arch, but makes him more competitive. Looks like a good lift to me. Three white lights, awesome lifting by Will.
Next up, we got Lucian.
Next up on the platform, Lucian, 155 for his second attempt.
Bars loaded for Lucian.
Bars loaded for Lucian. Ooh. Just missed out, two reds there. Unfortunately, an unsuccessful lift. Next up on the platform, we have Philip attempting 77.5 kilos for his second bench. Our spotters out there putting in a shift. We got Ridma, Sean, Maniki, Oni, and Damien out there, all putting in a big shift to help our lifters out. And the bar is loaded for Philip, 77.5 kilos.
Last round of benches.
Look at his handwriting. Hello? It's cool.
Nice bench there, driving it. Nice, a big fight there by Philip, but let's see the ref score. Three white lights, awesome lift by Philip. You'll be happy with that one. Next up, Wali, 92.5 kilos.
Next up, we got Wali with 92.5 kgs.
He's just in the waiting area there.
Step from our spotters.
Wali handled by Raynon in the back room. Just waiting for our bench to be set up for Wali. And the bar is loaded for Wali. Unfortunately, just a bit too much on the strength today. Good effort though by Wali, third attempts. Sometimes you do miss it, but you'll be looking forward to the deadlift event to maybe make that back. Mark now, 97.5 kilos for Mark. Just waiting in the back room. Bench is getting set up.
We got Mark up next with 97.5 kg, bar is loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Mark, 97.5 kilos. Just a little bit too much there for today. 3 reds, so an unsuccessful lift. Next up, Kenny, 110 kilos. So that's a 2.5 increase. He did really well on the second attempt, so we'll see how this moves. Kenny will be looking to potentially qualify for nationals this comp. Currently running a subtotal of 285, looking to extend that another 2.5 for this lift. Come on, Kenny. A nice lift there by Kenny. 3 white lights. Be happy with that one.
Bar is loaded for Ayush, 110 kgs.
Next up on the platform, Ayush attempting 110. That's a nice lift by Ayush. 3 white lights, awesome lift. Next up we got David, 117.5 kilos for his lift. Again, thanks to all of our volunteers out there helping out on the platform. Great
Bar
stuff.
is loaded for David.
Bar is loaded for David, 117.5 kilos.
Auckland champs, I did like 3 days straight, like every 6 weeks. Yo, because I was doing a uni placement in Auckland, or just like on software.
3 white lights still for David.
And that's 3 white lights for David. On to our next lifter now, Sahil, re-attempting 120 kilos. He'll be looking to lock this
So he'll
in.
up next with 120 kgs.
Unfortunately, just missed the second attempt, so hoping to lock this up.
Bar is loaded
His
for
final
Sahil.
attempt. 120 kilos now, loaded up. 2 white lights and 1 red. That's a successful lift. Nice work, Sahil. Next up on the platform, IL, 122.5 kilos. He's just in the waiting room now. Waiting for that barbell to get loaded up. Looks good. Speedy spotting team today. Unfortunately, just a bit too much for today. Next up on the platform, we've got Will for his final attempt. 135.
Platform, 135 kilos for his final attempt.
For his final attempt.
Being handled by none other than Paul Clark, one of the more well-known names in the industry, brother of Will's coach, Jason Clark,
NSBB.
coming out of North Shore Barbell.
Loaded for Will.
And the bar is loaded for Will. Let's go, Will.
Let's go, Will, come on!
Come on, Will. Take your time.
Bro, Alex, that's crazy. And like we were rushing because we were having three. But I was like, I'm already on 30 minutes and none of us had
Strong press there. Let's see what the ref's decision. 2 whites, 1 red. Good work, Will. He'll be happy with that. Next up on the platform, Lucian, 160 kilos. 5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
60 kg.
Just getting chalked up now in the waiting area. Super strong lifter out here. Lucian now out on the platform.
like you get puffed out, like trying to do that.
Fortunately, 3 reds there.
Well done, sir.
Looks like he may have missed the press command. Now onto our women's. So we got Carlia attempting 27.5 kilos for her opening attempts.
Top juniors, sometimes they're like 16, 15. Oh, football.
Carlia now 27.5 kilos for her opening attempt.
I can feel like the nerves. I'm like, ooh. You're nervous today.
So just for our audience at home, our lifters can request to have foot blocks just to aid in their setup. Usually helpful if some of our lifters just need a little bit of an extra boost off the ground. Next up we got 32.5 kilos. You can see the blocks just being put out there again.
Men out next with 32.5 kilos. loaded for medic. Representing Southern Cross Campus.
And the bar is loaded for Tasita, 55 kilos. Oh.
Tattooed.
Nice, lift here by Casita, 3 white lights.
Old man.
Next up we have Adoro, 57.5 kilos.
Next up we got Adora attempting 57.5 kilos.
Bars loaded for Adora.
Next, we've got China opening with 60 kilos,
Bars loaded.
and the bar is loaded.
Nice strong lift there.
Great opener,
Successful lift.
just a red by the middle ref. Next up we have Tully with 65 kilos. And the bar is loaded. A secure and strong looking setup. See how this opener moves. Very strong opener. And that was 3 white lights by Tully.
Bars loaded for Rose.
Next we've got Rose,
65 kgs.
opening with a 65 kilo bench press as well. Very fast opener.
If you want to, only if you want to.
So 2 reds, both by the side refs. Yellow for jumping the command, I believe. Now we've got Stacey opening with 67.5 kilos. Great moving opener.
It's too long.
Next we've got Neto with 70 kilos. And the bar is loaded. A series of great looking bench press openers. Bench is moving well this morning. See how this moves. Very strong and very fast for the opening. And 3 white lights. Next we've got Chanel with 80 kilos. And after taking the provincial squat record with 176, let's see how she transitions into bench. Strong looking bench press opener. Next is Tian with 85 kilos. Tian coming out now with 85 kilos to open.
They were going to remove her bladder about 4 weeks ago. When they went in, they found she had tumours everywhere. So she's been given
Strong on rack. Smooth looking opener. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights.
Next up on the platform we have Joanna, 92.5 kilos.
That doesn't need to be brought up.
And the bar is loaded for Kalia, 35 kilos. Good to see a younger crowd competing today. Next up we have Adora, 57.5 kilos. Next up, 60 kilos being loaded on the barbell.
I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Hell. I can talk shit, bro.
That's 3 white lights for Tasita. Good lifts. Story.
I'll say almost that deadlift.
Now China, 65 kilos for her second attempt. That's a nice lift. Now Tali attempting 70 kilos. Again, thanks to all of our spotters here today. We got Ridma, Sean, Maniki, Oni and Damien all helping out on the platform. We've got myself, Ray and Faith on the desk. If you want to come down, come to Coal Mine, Papa Toi Toi. Come support in person. Good lift there by Tali, 70 kilos, 3 white lights. Next up on the platform, we got Stacy, 70 kilos. Just looking back at the waiting area. And the bar is loaded for Stacy, 70 kilos for her second attempt. So yeah, just for our audience at home, the bench event requires 3 commands: start, press, and rack. It's a little bit too much for today. Now we got Rose at 70 kilos. And the bar is loaded for Rose, 70 kilos. Nita now attempting 82.5 kilos for her second attempt. Next up we got Chanel attempting 84 kilos, and that's a provincial record attempt.
But it goes quick though. And it goes quick. Yeah, it's pretty before you know it'll be over because you'll be so nervous.
How's Will been doing? Sort of squats, I can see his bench. What was his last year? 145.
Next on the platform we got Tian attempting 90 kilos for her second attempt.
What's her name? I can't remember her name. The lady with the headphones on. That would narrow it down. Yeah, I would assume. Yeah. It's one of Jason's comments. Yeah, yeah. I loved it. There was one person in the nominations that was like 2 minutes prepared. No one knew her. No one knew her. Yeah. I've never seen her in this place. Oh man, that's a...
Joanne, 2 white lights for her. Shout out to all our 104 today.
Next up, we got Joanne attempting 97.5 for her second attempt.
Joanna is 97.5 kgs for her second attempt. Bar is loaded. NSPB.
Sorry, I forgot to talk. Oh, good.
Because he has long arms. Long arms.
Wait, who's that?
Oh, that's the lady that was asking. She was wearing that.
Kalia now 42.5 kilos for her third attempt.
What's the ginger with What's the white message from the Oh.
Now we got Mere attempting 47.5 kilos for her third and final attempt.
And that's they told the ref.
Next up on the platform, we've got Adora attempting 62.5 kilos.
Very quick. Yeah,
Strong left there, 3 white lights. Start with a tuxedo, 2.5 kgs. Very 9 barbell. Loaded with tuxedo.
Marius just looks like 15 minutes. Marius.
Is that her?
Marius is the bump. Oh. He's just like, he's like the pinnacle of strength actor.
Yeah.
Stoic, buff. Yeah, like, yeah.
Three white lights.
Good lift there. Next up, we got China attempting 70 kilos for her third and final.
70 kg. Also work by followers and referee. KFC waiting for you guys at the end of the day. EBC.
This is
Bars loaded.
Whose phone is it?
Sean.
With Evie.
Next up, we got China attempting 70 kilos for her third. Oh, that's a clean bench press. Bit sticky. Oh, unfortunately, a bit too much. Next up, we got Stacy re-attempting 70 kilos for her third attempt.
Next up, we have Stacy. 70 kg.
Is this just the NSBB hang at this point?
Stacy. What the fuck? I'm gonna take a shit on it.
My shoes for the
Just a little bit too heavy for today. Next up, we got Tali attempting 72.5 kilos.
Why are you going to call?
No?
Does it fit? Have you tried?
Thank you.
I assume it's going to. Easy attempt from Tali. Why are you lazy? Why are you lazy with the commentary, right?
Next, we have Rose coming out for 77.5 kilos on the bar. This is her third attempt. Got the red plate, the little cookie silver plate, and the collar on there. 7.5 kilo jump from her second, which she got after missing her opener. Let's see if she can get it.
Put the mic in.
There you can see her setting up with Ridma giving the handoff. She locks in, gets the call. Long press, easy bench. Racks it. What do the rest say? 3 whites. Clean, easy third attempt for Rose. Next we have Chanel coming out. She took the provisional record on her second attempt at 84 kilos. Yeah, now she's looking to break her own records by pushing it up to 88 kilos for her third attempt on the bench press. She's had an exceptional day today, having broken 2 records, I believe, and looking to continue to break her bench record in the 76 kilo women's class. As you can see, Sean King just wiping down the bench, just because sometimes you catch a bit of residual chalk or things on it that can mess up the lifter's setup. Just trying to make it as fair as possible. You can see her coming out. By the looks of things, Ridma's going to give her a lift off. The crowd is cheering for her. Nice lift off for Ridma. She sits up. Ooh, looked like she dropped it quite high on her. She fights it. Doesn't quite get it though. It looked like she might have messed up the descent on that one, but she got the record in a second nonetheless, so I'm sure she'll be happy with that.
It's the ones where it's like a high profile person like Terry or something, and like they get it, it's like, you know, there was a red light in there, and everyone's like cheering. I think last time we went for it, I said to him before, I said, just fucking get it. Either get it or don't get it. Don't not get it on a technicality.
No, we have Netta coming out for 92.5. 10 kilo jump from her second attempt. That's quite a... It's about 12.5 from her first one. Typically, you'd expect to see 2.5 to 5 kilo jumps at a max. But here, Netta's jumping 10. Let's see if she has it in her. Oh, she has it. She fights it. She pushes. Doesn't quite have it though. Good catch from the spotters there. Shout out to them. It was a good fight from her. Unfortunately not quite there. Here I believe we have the final lift, final bench press of the flight, final bench press of the session. Now we have Tian coming out, 95 kilograms on the bar. She got her second attempt. Here, I think she's just talking to Ridmer, just organising her lift off, giving her the best opportunity possible. Here you see just taking her time, doesn't want to rush it, setting up the arch.
Oh yeah, just grab it now. I'll do it later. That's all good.
Unracks it.
Yeah.
High arch. Gets the command.
Yeah.
Descent, good. Gets the call, pushes it, fights it. She fights it up. Does she have it? What do the rest think? 2-1. 2 whites. The blue light just for up and down movement, but you only need 2 white lights to get the lift, so that's awesome for her.
And then I stopped because I was doing it regularly, but I haven't done a rep for
Now we have Joanna coming out for a plus 5 kilos on her second attempt, being handled by Paul Clark, lifting out a North Shore barbell.
I always go.
Just getting that lift off from Ridmer.
Because it's only a prevention. But you'll know if it's high or not. If you're debating whether it's parallel or not, it probably wasn't. You'll even know it is.
Just red light, red light, red light, red light, NSBB, white light.
Nice descent. Pushes it, gets it up, fights it. Does she have it in her? That's a long fight from, unfortunately not quite there. Oh, so close, so close. You have to be happy with that attempt though. Next, now we're going to have a 10-minute break before getting into the deadlifts. This is where the crowd really get into it. Get the music going and the lifters love it. So make sure to stay around for that. We'll be about 10 minutes or so.
Now we've got Philip opening with 162.5 on deadlift. Pulling with sumo this morning. Strong looking opener. 3 white lights by the referees. Now we've got Wally with 180 kilos.
Loaded for Wally.
180 kilos for Wally. Pulling again with sumo. A quick opener. 3 white lights. Next we have Al with 190 kilos. Now pulling again with sumo. A very efficient sumo pull. 3 white lights as well. Opening with 195 kilos is David.
Yeah, I may as well come with you.
Oh, yeah,
Say walk on the own.
Where's Ray?
David now onto the platform. A lot of sumo pullers this morning. Now with sumo, you are expecting a more leg dominant deadlift. Very efficient on the sumo. Now we've got Kenny from North Shore Barbell opening with 200 kilos.
I think I need a snack.
Kenny up next for 200 kg. Bar is loaded.
Let's go, Kenny.
I'm assuming you're going to be gone tomorrow.
Kenny is pulling conventional, first conventional puller this morning. With hook grip as well.
At least it would have helped you sleep on the plane.
Very fast and efficient. Opener for Kenny. 3 white lights.
Next opening is the same weight, 200 kgs. Bars loaded.
Now we have Lucian also opening with 200 kilos. Very smooth looking opener. 3 white lights as well.
3 white lights. Ayush up next, 212.5 kg.
Next we have Ayush with 212.5 kilos on the bar from NZPA.
Bars loaded for Ayush.
Is he in next? Oh, see him? It's crackers. Hey, rainbow. It's crackers.
Great looking pull. 3 white lights.
As you can see on a lot of the lifters, they have a white powder going down their legs. For you at home, it might look like chalk, but it's actually just talcum powder. They just apply this to their legs just to reduce the friction, because on a lot of the higher end deadlifts, it starts to scrape along the upper thighs, and that just reduces the the friction there, so it gives him the best opportunity possible to get the lift. But next up we have Mark Coleman coming out, setting up with what looks like a conventional style, so a little bit different to this typical sumo that we've been seeing. Using the mixed grip. And he gets it to the knees, he battles it. Pull it, does he have it in him? He gets it there, what a grind. What do the refs think? Oh, unfortunately he doesn't quite get it. That was quite a tough opener though.
Up and down. So on the left referee, he had up and down, and middle referee, hips went through. So one important thing with the deadlifts is that the knees and the hips do need to be fully extended or straightened out for the lift to be completed. Next, we now have Sahil. Sahil with a sumo stance and hook grip as well. Very efficient looking pull. And 3 white lights. Next, we now have Will with 230 kilos as well. Will from North Shore Barbell. 6 for 6 so far today, doing very well. Fast off the floor with 3 white lights.
Now we're on to the second attempts of deadlifts with Philip Crosby coming out to a 3 red plate. Second attempt. I believe his first one moved pretty smoothly, so a 12.5 kilo jump for a second. We'll see if he has it in him.
Got Wally with 190 for his second attempt. Three white lights, that's a good lift. Seems happy. Next we got Eyal coming out with 200 for his second attempt. Three white lights, that's a good lift. We got Kenny coming out with 210 for his second attempt. Three whites, that's a good lift for Kenny.
Lucian up next, 210 kgs.
We got Lucian coming out with 210 for his second attempt.
Hard learner for Lucian.
I don't think it even matters.
No, they has turned off.
Oh.
Well, I'll look at the live stream chat settings.
Super easy second attempt. 3 white lights, that's a good lift, he gets it.
And I turn off the.
Yeah, he's just trying to play.
Chris Doria says change the camera.
Oh no, that's
Partners loaded.
Nah, it shows like all messages, I think. Yeah.
Bro, this is.
Is it USB-C?
Is this USB-C?
I don't have a USB-C.
Fight there, David. 3 white lights.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't want to put my music on because I want to watch videos and...
Yeah.
Next up we got Mark.
We got Mark Coleman, an absolute legend of the sport, coming up here for hopefully he's missed his opener, so let's come back so we can stay in the game for this in this comp here.
But you're in my way. Can you?
Everyone watching back at home, get behind Mike.
Mike, I called him Mike.
Mark Coleman.
Yeah, get me off the mic. Get me off
Not playing around. Absolutely.
Another bass. What do you want?
All the playlists I had on before?
Yeah, sure.
Seems like Mark may not be coming out for this one.
Just gonna count the clock down.
Turn it up a little bit. Just another 6. That's all.
Shout out to all our volunteers today. Spotters, refs.
We'll use this 25 seconds to give a shout out to the volunteers.
Yeah, shout out to Sean King, Ridmer, two absolute OGs of the game, OGs of the NSBB crew. What else?
Thanks for that, Jack.
Everything was training on a day.
I reckon it's just bad.
Next up, we have Ayush.
We've got Ayush coming out with 222.5 for his second attempt.
He should have opened on like 2. Yeah, he said he wanted. I was like, say something controversial on the stream.
That looked like a good second. 3 white lights, that's a good lift. Next up we've got Will from NSBB coming out with 240.
One of the longest standing clients for the legendary coach Jason Clark. Coming up here for his second attempt. Shout out to Heath Graham.
He was pretty cool. He was definitely the guy.
I'm sure you saw when you called 3.
Loaded for Will.
Come on!
Come on, Will.
Oh, no, actually, no.
Let's go, William!
What?
Come on!
Come on, Will!
Come on, Will.
Up! 3 white lights, that's a good lift for Will.
We've got a really good event going on today. Not quite as good as Southern Powerlifting's competition yesterday, but you know, great competition running right now.
This is better than the Southern Powerlifting competition.
Security's actually on
Jack is now off the mic. Got Sahil, 242.5 for his second attempt. Nice and strong. 3 white lights. That's a good lift. Now we are on to our third deadlifts for this flight. We got Philip coming out with 187.5 for his final attempt of the day. Maybe down. Everyone's getting hyped up for these last attempt deadlifts. Normally when the crowd is the most interactive. Got Philip there locking in. Getting ready to end off the day.
Bars loaded for Philip.
Unfortunately, just a bit too much for today. Gave it a good shot though. Next up, we've got Wally coming out with a 200 kg third attempt.
Big 200.
Yeah, the big 200. 200. Looking very chill. Doesn't look too nervous.
Bars loaded for Wally.
Oh, that was nice and easy third attempt.
Wow.
3 white lights, wouldn't expect anything less from that one. Next we got Eyal, 205 kilos for his third attempt.
Final lifts here. Bars loaded for Eyal.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah.
That looks so comfy.
fights through, locks it out. Let's see what the refs say. 3 white lights. That's a good lift.
For their final lift.
Next up, we got David with 215. Locked in, got his headphones on.
Final lift for all our lifters. Flight 80. Loaded for David.
Giving all the spotters a fist bump. Unfortunately, just a bit too heavy for today. Next up, we've got Kenny, 217.5 kilos for his third attempt.
Go get it!
Trying to lock in, get in the zone.
Bars loaded for Kenny.
Come on, Kenny.
Come on.
Go on, Kenny!
Come on, Kenny.
Got it! Let's go, Kenny!
Come on, Kenny.
Easy. Let's go.
Come on.
Round of applause for Kenny.
Unfortunately, just a bit too heavy there. He gave it a good shot though. Now we've got Mark coming out with 220. Hopefully he gets this one. First lift, he was a bit too heavy there. Decided to skip it for a second and he's coming back to reattempt.
Oh, weigh-in's open.
Bar is loaded for Mark.
Come on, Mark, let's go.
Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
Listen, Mark, come on!
Come on. Come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
He gets that.
Final lift.
Crowd goes wild.
Weigh-ins and
What a good comeback. Seems very happy with his
Weigh-ins
baby.
and please make your way down to the table.
Next up, we got Lucian with 220 for his third attempt.
220 kg.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Bars loaded for Lucian.
Bro, this guy's a treat.
That was a pretty easy third there.
Round of applause for
2 to
Lucian
1.
on his final lift for the day.
Gets it. That puts him in third place for now. Next up, we got Ayush, 232.5.
232.5 kg. The reminder, weigh-ins and gear checks are now open for the last session this afternoon. Loaded for Ayush.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh!
Really fought for that one, but unfortunately just not quite there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. You've heard the whispers, you felt the rumble in the ground, it's been a long time, but now he's back. From the gritty streets of Bournemouth, England, where the rain never stops and the steel of the world feels a little heavier, comes a man forged by struggle, hardened by time, and powered by sheer will. He's not here for redemption. He doesn't need it. He's not here to prove anything to anyone except for himself. Here comes William Hemmington.
Come on, Will. Come on.
Come on!
Let's go, Will.
Get a Will! Easy!
Let's go, Will.
Come on, Will.
Come on!
Come on.
Let's go!
Round of applause for Will, everyone.
Unfortunately, just a bit too heavy for today. Gave it a good shot though. Good job, Willie.
We got Sahil up next with 200.
Next we have Sahil. Oh. Next out comes Sahil with 250 kilos on the bar, which is an incredible deadlift for a 74 kilo lifter. As you can see, just tightening the collars. Rimmer just centering the bar. The bar is loaded for Sahil.
Come on.
Pulls it. Nice, comfortable third for Sahil. Wow, 3 white lights. He's stoked with that. He's grinning, gives his coach John a hug. You got to be stoked with that. 250 kilos moving like that. And just like that, the deadlifts are over for the Flight A male lifters. So give them all a round of applause. Well, that was a enjoyable session. Yeah. Next up, we have the women's flight, where we're starting off with Kalia with 65 kilos on the bar.
We have Kalia opening for Flight B, 65 kg.
She comes out of Southern Cross High School. We have a lot of Southern Cross lifters here today, so it's awesome to see the younger generation getting involved in the sport. Highly would recommend getting involved if you're able to. It's a fun sport. She pulls it. Speedy. Very quick opener from Kalia. 3 white lights. The bar is loaded for Medi. Coming out to 70 kilos for her opener. She's opting for the sumo stance, where your legs are outside the line of your shoulders and arms. Makes it a much more leg and hip dominant squat compared to the standard conventional lift, which most people tend to know. That's where the legs are a little bit closer together, within about shoulder width apart. And that's a much more posterior chain focused lift compared to the sumo. There's Rose. The chalked up hands, opting for the conventional. She pulls it, slides up, comfortable, lockout, and 3 white lights for Rose. The next up we have Adora at 142.5 kilograms. Where you just see Red Mist slapping away the chalk, just clearing up the ground in case any talcum powder fell on, and don't want any of the lifters slipping over. There you can see her opting for that conventional stance. Rips it, and pulls it for a 3 white light opening deadlift. Now the weight goes up to 147.5 for Tasita. It's a nice day down here at Colmar and Papatoetoe on this Sunday afternoon. Now we have Tasita coming out. She sets up, gets comfortable, big brace, pulls it. Extremely comfortable opener for Tasita. I suspect she'll throw a couple more kilograms onto that lift there for her second attempt. Now we have China coming out to 155 kilos. The 2 reds, the yellow on the collar. She's just over chalking up her hands. Almost every single lifter opts to chalk up their hands for the deadlift just because sometimes you get a bit of a sweat build up or something along those lines. It just gives you the best chance to hold on to the bar. Because the last thing you want is getting to the top and then it just slipping out of your hands. She sets up, braces at the top, pulls it, speedy, comfortable. And she gets 3 white lights for her efforts. There we have Talia lining up. Powerful brace at the top. Pulls it, slides up, speedy, quick opener. There we have input from Jack Cullen, who actually lifted yesterday, who is one of our New Zealand national athletes who was over at Worlds in Malta. So it's nice to see. It was nice to see the lifters coming back and volunteering at these competitions and giving back to the community.
Hashtag give back.
Now we have Stacey coming out to 160 for her opener. Stacey pulls it. Oh, a little bit of a sticky one at the top. She gets it. I'm splitting. Yeah, that's 3 whites for her. No, I gotta go. Now we have Tian coming up to 162.5. She's coached or being handled by Michelle out of NEU. Looks like she's got a bit of a fan club here. Let's see if how she works her opening deadlifts. She locks her feet in. Takes a moment, breathes. Locks in. And that's a pretty comfortable opener for Tian. We'll see what the refs think. Yep, 3 white lights for her. Next to come out is Nita for 167.5 kilo opening deadlift. This is starting to get close to that coveted 3 red plates deadlift, which is a massive milestone left for the majority of powerlifters. Yeah, she's got a massive support in here today down at Colma. Seeing her locking in. She grips the bar. She braces. She pulls it comfortably up. And she gets her 3 white lights for her efforts. And then now we have Chanel coming out to 185 kilos. She's had an exceptional day today. She's broken 2 records, both in the squat and in the bench, both provisional records. So we'll see how she does on the deadlift, see if she's able to break all 3 records today. She comes out looking like she's using that conventional stance. She grips it. Oh, very quick setup. She gets it up. She gets it up for 3 white lights. Awesome opening for Chanel. Next we have Joanna coming out of North Shore Barbell, being handled by Paul Clark. Here comes Joanna out to 190 kilogram opening deadlifts. We'll see how she does with this. She pulls it comfortably, a little bit of a sticking one at the top, which is quite normal, but she gets 2 white lights for effort. Just the 1 red for, I believe, lockout. And now we're back to the second attempts where we're going back to Kalia. The 15 kilo jump up to 80 kilos. So we'll see how she does with that. I'm just going to pass the mic back over to Mr. Ray himself. Ray Lax. That's the man.
Alright. I'll catch you later, bro.
Back to Ray Lax.
Hey, oh, Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Next up on the platform, we got Mira with 85 kilos for her second attempt. The bar is loaded. Next up on the platform, we have Rose attempting 147.5 for her second attempt.
Bar is loaded.
Next up, we have Adora attempting 157.5. And the bar is loaded for Adora, 157.5. It's a clean lift there. And 3 white lights. Next up, we got Tasita for 160 kgs. Oh, no. And the bar is loaded. That looks like a good lift. 3 white lights. Next up on the platform, we've got China attempting 165. And the bar is loaded for China, 165. And that's a good lift. Oh, actually 2 red lights there for potentially lockout. Missing commands on that last lift. Next up we have Stacy attempting 165. And the bar is loaded for Stacy, 165, competing in the women's 84. Unfortunately, 3 reds there. Next up, we have Tali attempting 167.5.
Well, Tali up next with 167.5 kgs. Bar is loaded.
And that's a nice speedy second, and then 3 white lights. Good work there by Tali. Next up, we got 170 kilos being loaded on the bar.
Bar is loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Tian. And that's a good lift. 3 white lights.
Loaded for Nita.
180 kilos now for Neta for her second attempt. Nice lift there.
Two white dots for successful lift.
And keep passing that one. Just right there. Cheers.
Joanna up next with 197.5 kilos.
Loaded.
The bar is loaded. And that's a good second lift. Let's see what the ref's call is. Ooh, 3 reds there.
Chanel up next, we've got provincial record attempt of 245 kg. Referee.
Next on the platform we have Chanel with 200.5 kilos. This will be a provisional record attempt. That looks good to me. 3 white lights. A successful provisional record attempt. Good on Chanel.
We're on our final lift for this flight.
Now on the final lift for the flight, Kalia, 90 kgs.
And
the bar is loaded for Kalia, her final lift for the day.
Round of applause for Kalia for final lift.
Unfortunately, 2 reds there. For bouncing at the top of the lockout. Up next, Mire, 100 kilos.
Representing Southern Cross Campus, Power Surge. Bar is loaded for Mire.
Let's go, lightweight! Lightweight! Make it move!
That's 3 white lights. Good lift there.
Shout out to Southern Cross Campus.
Now moving on to Rose with a final attempt of 155.
Rose up next, 155 kgs. And our Southside Barbell Club. Bar is loaded for Rose.
And the bar is loaded for Rose.
Round of applause for Rose. Strong power to lift. 3 white lights for successful lift. Shout out to
3 white lights there. Good lifting for Rose today.
Up next for her final lift. Bar is loaded. Stacy. applause for Stacey on the final lift of the day. Finishes with 3 white lights for a successful lift.
Next on the platform, we've got Tasita attempting 167.5 for her final deadlift of the day.
Tasita, 167.5 kg. Bar is loaded.
Looks like a good lift to me. Yep, there's 3 white lights. Next on the platform, we've got Adora attempting 170 kilos for her final lift of the day.
170 kg.
I don't think so.
Bar is loaded.
And the bar is loaded for Adora, 170 kilos here for her final lift of the day. Big pull here. Looks like a good lift to me. Ooh, just 2 reds there, unfortunately. So unsuccessful for that attempt. Next up we have China attempting 172.5 kilos.
Bar is loaded for China.
And the bar is loaded for China, 172.5 kilos for her final lift of the day. And that appears to be a good lift. 2 whites and 1 red, so a successful lift for China. Next on the platform, Tali, 175. So 3 reds. Nice round number.
Next up we have Tali with 175 kgs for a final lift.
You want to get food after? Are you going now? Yeah, okay. Tali now, attempting 175. Nice 3 red plates there. Cool round number for our lifters to achieve.
Go, Tali! Make it move, Jake! My way!
Easy weight there. Nice lifting by Tali here today. 175 and 3 white lights. Awesome lifting.
Shout out to all the coaches and handlers. We have Tian up next with 175 kg.
Next up, Tian, 175 kilos for her 3rd and final lift of the day.
Bar loaded for Tian.
Getting cooked, bro.
Nice pull there. Unfortunately, it appears to be some hitching. So not quite a successful lift. Next up, we've got Nita pulling 190 for her final lift of the day.
Representing Southside Barbell Club.
Out of the Southside Barbell Club. Lots of support here for her in the crowd. Again, thanks to our spotters here today helping out. Coaches and handlers here all helping out. Nice pull there by Nita. Let's see what the ref's decision is. Unfortunately, didn't quite make it with 3 reds there. Potentially with some downwards motion. Joanna now 197.5 kilos for her final lift. Reattempting her second attempt.
Is loaded for Joanna.
Joanna now attempting 197. Let's see what the ref's decision on that is. 2 whites and 1 red. That's a successful lift. Awesome lifting. Next up, we've got Chanel attempting to break a record at 211.5. So we've got Chanel here attempting 211.5 kilos. Closing out today's flight.
So can they do an official Masters 1 record?
Come on, lift! Come on!
Nice there, lift by Chanel. Let's see the ref's decision. 3 white lights. Awesome lift.
Yeah, I'm confused.
And that wraps up our flight B for the day. Massive shout out to the spotters, referees.
Shout out now for all the spotters, referees, and all the volunteers who are helping, the handlers and coaches. We'll close out today's live stream. We'll be back at 2 p.m. for the Open Men's 93 to 120 plus. Again, that's at 2 p.m. So tune in for that. We'll stop today's broadcast there. Lots of good lifting. If you do want to come out and support, it's just down at Colmar and Papatoetoe. So